Having failed out of medical school myself after 2 years of trying to get into med school and another 2 years and more invested in medical school and just one exam almost ended my dreams. I know how it is to fail a medical exam, to drop out of med school, to repeat after. The very peculiar thing about my story, especially when I did fail my medical exam in med school, this was back in Nigeria in Ibadan Medical University, Okada. It was really my first time of failing at all. I had a very good high school background, top of the class, always, in Nigeria we have what we call the speech and prize giving day. Always one of those kids, who would get numerous prizes for various, academic excellence. Represented my school in state competition, regional competition. I remember one time even getting to the finals of the competition that was aired on TV, and made my parents proud, and a lot of all these amazing things. Failing in medical school was my first real life experience with failing at anything at all, and it was really devastating because of all the hard work that I put into getting to medical school, and also because this was not a first year something. In Nigerian med school, we have like various levels of like filtering people from one level to another. So having passed the first year, the second year, and now like this particular scenario is happening, and that when you get admitted into med school, almost everybody has begun to respect you like a doctor. Your parents are so proud of you for getting into medical school. You've even passed your first year and etc. My school then used to drop people in first year if you failed courses and you couldn't pass them, then you drop, and then you can go to any other department or just start afresh. So it was really devastating. I remember I couldn't sleep. I remember I couldn't eat really well. I remember waking up every time in the morning, and I'll go to the street literally in school, and I'll cry because I felt like my dreams was just over. And this is something that makes me to be able to empathize with people, especially when they feel like there's a hiccup in their medical dreams, maybe because they failed an exam or something terrible happened in the course of their study in medical school. Now, one thing that I want everyone to know is that medicine is a whole life's journey. And I will try to explain this, hopefully, if I could able to help someone who just failed an exam, or you failed a licensing exam, or you have to repeat a year, or you have to, any hiccup in your medical journey and in your medical career, you failed your JAM or your entrance exam, this particular story and this particular point is going to help you. The medical journey is a whole lifelong process, and I think that failure might be quite uncomfortable topics, but one thing that we do in this channel is tell medical stories, and I'm going to try to start a series on this channel next month. I'm going to be tagging it something along the lines of dealing with failure in your medical career or your medical journey. It's something like, I believe that you can't avoid it. Even in life, you can't avoid failures, or you cannot avoid making mistakes. Now, I hope this consoles you. I was having this conversation with a friend of mine who actually right now is a medical officer. I have a lot of people who have actually gone through various situations in the medical career about failure and about success. Some of them right now are doing very well with their medical career, and I'm going to be bringing them on here to share their stories, to be able to encourage you. But let me just give you an overview. Probably you clicked on this video and just something for you to hold on and do not quit, and don't feel so terrible about the mistakes that you might have made. Now, so I was discussing with my friend, and apparently he also had a hiccup with passing the licensing exams. For most of us who studied out of Nigeria or out of the country, anywhere at all, when you finish, it depends on the country though, when you go back you have to take licensing exams, and at the first attempt he didn't pass the licensing exam, but he did already after the second attempt, and he did his house job, and right now amazing moving forward to having going to the point of specialization right now. So amazing story. And what were we talking about? We're talking about just this point that I'm sharing, how medicine is a journey, and why I'm not a fan for comparison. We're saying something along this line, that even those like who passed their licensing exam at the initial point, there is not so much of a difference between them and him, and everyone almost is at the same level. And I don't know what that means. I don't like comparison, but maybe that this little view of how it works may help you. And some they go into various fields of specialization according to what you need and what you want for your life. Some are 5 years, some are 4, 2, depending where and whatever program that you want to do, and you see that everyone just has their peculiar journey, and at the end of the day, no one actually lost. And your life is just your life, and your story is just your story. So maybe this may encourage you. I remember then, also for myself, when I had to leave med school in Nigeria, and I didn't know what was going to happen. If I was going to, I think I actually didn't move on to medical lab. Not I think, I really actually moved on to medical laboratory. Was there for a while, and it wasn't really working for me. I knew I still wanted to be a doctor, and options came up that had to do with starting all over again. And because I really wanted to be a medical doctor, I actually took that option. I think I'll talk about that much more later. And looking at then, I thought I was at a disadvantage. Everybody in this life is gonna go ahead of me. Like, everything has spoiled. Like, what do you even mean? Even when I started medical school at Fresh, I was like, what do you even mean at the end of the day? But look at my life right now. Like, I don't compare, but I don't really see anything that I'm actually really missing. At the end of the day, I'm even much more looking at a more different path, with non-clinical medicine. I still love clinical medicine, but I think it's something that I really want to do for fun. I don't want to be stuck in the hospital, and I don't want to just be there, as exciting as that is for those who love it. And we need clinical doctors as well, people who love the passion of being in the hospital and helping patients. That's fantastic. I see really no much difference. So you may be looking at yourself right now like everything has gone wrong, but I want you to know from experience and from the stories of other people that life just has a way of balancing out if you do not give up. Wrapping up this video, what am I going to tell you? Yes, it has happened. For whatever reason, you failed your council exam, you failed your semester exam, you have to repeat a year. Something happened, you had to start med school again. I have just 2 points for you as I wrap up this video. Number one is just be encouraged, be encouraged in this 2 things. That number one, you're going to achieve your dreams, and as much as you push forth and forge ahead, your dreams is going to come true. Have that resolution. Let that resolution encourage you that you're going to go for what you want, and God being on your side, you're going to achieve it. Number 2 is to really reflect. What did you probably miss out? Sometimes it's information, or what do you really need? Because sometimes things happen to us not because of anything we've done. Like people who are displaced right now from medical school, it's not because of anything that they've done. So you have to reflect. If it's on the part where you've made a mistake, if you took an exam, you didn't prepare well, you probably didn't know the scope of the topics, or you had a weakness in one area that wasn't really working out for you, then reflect, get better, and bounce back. If it's repeating a year, not just for medical school alone, take out time. You are having, I don't know, I'm not trying to be a motivational speaker here, but it's just life and it is just what it is. You are having a peculiar story that will sell. I'm telling you the truth. I said it in one of my videos. People love to read stories of how people came from the bottom and rise to the top. And that can be you. That can be a very golden and amazing story that life is handing out to you at this point. So reflect. What are the things that you can do better? For some others, it may mean rewriting the exams. For some, it's going to mean starting all over again. And maybe I reserve this for the end of the video. And maybe for some, it's time to probably call it a quit in medicine, especially if you have analyzed it and probably if you've seen all across, with all reasonable reasoning that this is not for you, and you could actually do something better with your life, not because of excuses of time or blah blah and all of those things, but you've actually rationally thought about it and prayed about it and seen that God is leading you somewhere else. Of course, you can also do that as well and take all the beautiful lessons that you have learned from medicine and apply it wherever you find yourself. Finally, medicine is such a profession that, how did I put it here? Medicine is a long journey and everyone has their stories or hiccups here and there, and tenacity is one of the great qualities of a good and amazing medical doctor. So I hope this video encourages you. I'm going to be bringing on more doctors and to analyze their stories of how they failed and how they failed forward. So on the list, we're going to be having doctors who succeeded after failing PLAB 1 or PLAB 2, doctors who failed after who succeeded after failing their medical council exams, doctors who had to repeat a year in medical school, doctors as well who had to take a leave off, doctors who had to start all over again because of different situations. So we're just going to be telling people who failed their specialization exam, had to rewrite and pass. I'm going to be bringing everyone here and they're going to be telling the amazing story. So at the end of the day, I don't want you failing your medical exams and I don't want you failing your board exams. So I'm going to recommend to you this channel. She's an amazing, intelligent Nigerian YouTuber and, amazing. She has amazing content about how to study and I love her resolve. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. Rihanna Eteng's Medic Diary. She has a whole lot of amazing content about how you can pass your exam, how you can be a distinction student, just in case for those who are at the point where they're still in medical school studying and you just want to have prophylaxis of, failure to exams. I think you should check this channel. It has amazing content. I'm also going to recommend my boy, Dan the Medic as well. Please subscribe to his channel. Amazing guy. Also, these are the two channels I think you should follow as a medical student. Whether you study in any part of the world, it's going to be of a great lesson to you. So failure is just a part of life and you decide to do what you want to do with failure. It's all up to you. Do you want to fail forward or do you want to fail backwards? I pray for you that you're going to fail forward. No matter when I make a mistake, I decide to rise above that mistake, and that's what I want you to do today. It's just an exam you failed. Remember, you're on your own course. Sometimes it's as painful because we are comparing ourselves with other people, or we are comparing ourselves. Most times, especially for me, I have this problem. I don't usually compare myself much with other people. I compare myself with the ideas that I have in my head about me, and sometimes they're not true. You just overrated yourself. So sometimes it's good to, reflect like we said today and make the best use of what life has thrown with you. If life gives you lemon, please make some good lemonade. Have a wonderful day, and I hope this video has helped you and I empathize with you in such a difficult situation, and I hope that you will contact me on my email to share about your success story. and how you overcame. Have a wonderful day. I love you. Thank you for coming and stopping by this channel. Thank you for all who subscribed as well. Those still watching and deciding whether to subscribe, please do. And you can check out my other videos after this. Have a wonderful day. Bye.